Welcome back everyone, my name is ShadowDragonios and today we have another My Opinion on. And this time on the testing ground changes to Raider. I have explained in my little The Beast Returns montage that while I think the quality of life changes were pretty good, I was overall pretty unsatisfied with the final product. And it is mostly because, at least in the testing grounds, I felt like Raiders' offense was way too much based on unblockables and no longer on his hyper armor or his feint mix-ups. And before I directly go into that, let me quickly explain to you, for those that missed the testing ground changes, what Raider exactly had changed about them. So one of the first and major changes is that the stamina cost of his zone was significantly reduced. If I remember correctly, it was to about 12 stamina points, which means you could use it in every chain and have no fear of going out of stamina, which was a big problem. Well, is a big problem in the current build, is that you can barely use Raiders unblockable. One of the more disappointing changes was that Raiders lights got sped up, which his top lights I can get, but his storming tap got sped up, which already has a very lackluster and annoying animation. And it's just made it unreactable, and especially even when I use it, it doesn't feel as nice as it's used now. It's never felt as nice as when it's stunned, of course, but I felt like it was pretty good. Like it was the fault you couldn't option select Raider as much, because it was just, it's either going to be a tap or it's going to be the heavy, so you're gonna have to actually attempt a parry. Now, with the change to his storming tap, like it got sped up by 100 ms, it just feels like a light spam attack. It doesn't feel like a mix-up attack. I was not a fan of Raider speeding up in the slightest. Like his top heavy also got sped up. I felt like that was unnecessary because it caught a lot of people, and now the parry attempts are going to be a bit more successful. But let's see. Oh yeah, one of his other changes, the hyper armor change, that one annoyed me so much. In some of the footage that I had recorded, there are so many times where I tried to out trade someone's like, that heavy is gonna hit. And because Raider's hyper armor now only starts at the feint timing, so 600 ms into the attack, which means it's basically become impossible to trade. Like unless you made a very good read on when the attack was going to hit, chances are your hyper armor was not saving you. And I felt like a lot of my dodge attack counters came from that hyper armor, which simply enough I don't have anymore. And it was just a source of great annoyance. One thing I did really like is that from the neutral zone you could chain. That one was such a nice change. I felt myself going for a natural zone way more often because it was actually useful. But that comes back to my other point, is that I did not like that all my mix-ups were throw unblockable or don't throw unblockable. Like all I did is I go light into zone and I either feint it into another zone or I feint it into a guard break. And then I stampede charge. I do my unblockable neutral zone. I go into another chain. I do the exact same thing again. Like there was no change in his mix-up. It was always the same. And I was just not a fan of it. So, while I think his quality of life improvements were great, it just killed my fun with Raider. It's not necessarily bad. I think the Raider rework it's good-ish. It brings a lot of negativity with a pretty hard hitter of a character that I very much enjoyed playing, and in the testing grounds I very simply did not. I don't hope this quote-unquote rework Raider gets released into the public. I felt myself just unsatisfied while playing, and yeah, I hope general improvements can be made to his kit. I really like the zone changes. I feel like his lights can stay at the same speed, at least the storming tab. And I think that'll be about it. I'd like to hear all of your thoughts about the Raider rework down in the comments. See if we can start a bit of a discussion, why you liked it or disliked it, what you hated, what you loved. And I hope to talk to all of you down there. So, up until the next time, I've been ShadowDragonios, and I'll see you next time.